It's Thursday, it's 8 o'clock, and it's the Big Detective Show. That's some pretty flowers you've got going on there. Adrian, how are you?
Yes, I'm here. Yes,
You're here? But are you well?
Huh, sorry?
Are you well?
Nearly. I got a dose of the COVID after the show.
I thought you were going to say clap then.
No, and that. After the show on Thursday night, woke up in the morning, felt a bit rough, and got COVID. So I must have got it when I got driven home from the studio on Thursday night.
That's what it'll probably be.
Well, they lay on those big limos for us, don't they? Them like Mercedes, and you don't know who's been in them before you. So
and obviously having COVID, you're not in the studio tonight. You're having to remotely join the show from home.
Yeah, with some daffs. So I'm at home, and my home computer's got COVID as well because that's not working very well.
Yes, we had fun.
So I'm using my laptop. So but no, I'm feeling better. Luckily I've been boosted because other people I know have got it and been very, very poorly. But it's that Omicron and whatever. But got over it.
Can I just say, Adrian? Nobody else can see what me and you can see what's going on at the bottom of the screen, can they?
I can never see that.
Can you not see what's going on? You can see me and you, and can you not see that?
Yeah, I can see me and you.
Can you not see the other person?
No. Is
Oh,
it a man?
hilarious. There's a child.
Oh no. Oh, have we got the wrong stream?
I think we might
But
have.
anyway, I can't see that. But evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us. And we've got
Yes,
some
nice to see
good
you all.
guests on.
We've got Scotty Bea joining us momentarily to give us an update on Detectorcon. That's the child we were on about, and we also have Mr Julian Evan Hart joining us when he can work how to use his steam-powered locomotive-driven computer, no doubt.
Nuclear. He has emailed me. Oh no, he's having technical problems.
I don't believe that. Julian never has technical problems.
I might have to give him a call. He's got some technical issues.
Through it. Well, I went metal detecting at the weekend, Adrian.
You certainly did, David, and you did very well, didn't you?
Do you know, I was gifted Shane, the Staffordshire Searchers Mineland Vanquish 540, and I fell in love with it, Adrian.
Yeah,
because it was you don't have to do anything. It's there in front of you. If you need to turn down this, it's there. If you turn down, you don't have to go into it unless probably you really want to. And it was just, for me, simple.
Yeah, it's I like the Vanquish a lot. 540, which I had. I've tried the others, played with them, but found some really good stuff with the 540. And how did you find the height of the shaft, Dave?
The height of the shaft and the girth of the shaft. Well, the height of the shaft itself, I didn't find it could be done with a few more inches on the shaft, to be honest. It was like it's been made for somebody who's 5'9" and no bigger. I think certain individuals from North and Tyne Detective would think it'd be perfect for them, maybe. But then again, so would the Go Find. But anyway, yeah, perfect. Absolutely loved it. Find some thought things. I was privy to a Edward 1300s full groat, which was stunning, absolutely stunning. And obviously, I got carried away in metal detecting, doing what you do. You just get carried away. And at some point, I thought to myself, right, I'm just gonna do something a little bit different. So when I took 5 minutes and stood on top of the hill and had a look around, and I thought I identified what I would suggest would be some form of traveling route, be it path, be it road, be it track. You could just see something was different. During the day, the lights had obviously changed, so the shadows were playing different. On my way out from where this area was, I found a jetton, very well worn jetton. So I identified it, told the other people, made our way over there. As soon as I got there, first target, Lizzie Ahmed.
Lovely, mate. Lovely. I thought you were winding me up when you sent me stuff.
Well, the first picture I actually sent you was a piece of gold in the hole, wasn't it? And yeah. I really did. I put my hand behind my back and I was like, I'm not looking. Shane. So we come over and went, mate, please tell me it's not what I think it is. And I put it in his hand. He went, no, Dave, it's not what you think it is. It's a bottle top. So you're very, very flat piece of quite heavy gold foily type stuff. I was devastated. The child's gone.
I was just about to say when he's put it's bedtime, isn't it?
Yeah.
When you get him on, I will give Mr. Hart, Evan Hart, a call.
Well, he's just disappeared. He's probably gone to get his Dippy Hagen soldiers.
I think his mum. Oh no, I shouldn't say that. I think his wife has run him a matey bath.
A matey bubble bath.
He cleans the kids as well as your bath, and he
does and his Vosine shampoo.
Yes, Vosine. I think his wife has got a de-knit him as well, probably. But no, it'd be good to
Do his
Scotty
neck
Bea
coat.
to
Oh, he's
update.
back. He's back. Right, let's bring Scotty on so you can pop off and communicate
off.
with. Here he
Right,
is.
Scotty?
Evening, everyone.
Have you not
Evening.
dyed your hair lately? That's a bit dark.
No, I'm just sitting in the dark, like, place.
Actually, you look like you're going bald, mate.
I am. I've been going bald for ages, man. It's a stress for kids.
It's the stress of supporting Newcastle United.
No, we just
Scotty,
one.
I've just got to phone Julian Evan Hart because he's got problems with his modem. So
I'll remove you from the screen for a moment, young man.
No problem.
There he goes. So Julian's got problems, which we know, but he's got problems technically as well. So how are you, young Mr. B?
I'm not doing too bad, but I've only got one arm at the moment with a fractured collarbone.
Drunken shenanigans?
Not really. That happened before.
Did you have any alcohol in your system at all?
Not when I done it. I didn't. Afterwards, I did.
So you're not swinging at the moment then?
No, I'm not. Unfortunately, it's starting to get a bit better. It started easing up the past couple of days, but it's still sore. Like
wet cobbles or something, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't. I did fall on the cobbles, but it wasn't that up the stairs.
There's so many things I'd like to call you like at the moment, but none of them are politically correct, so I won't.
The waves 2 days before I done my shoulder, she fell down the stairs and busted her arm up as well.
Which side? Is it the opposite side to each other? Because that'd be quite hilarious.
No, it's exactly the same side.
I'd sue you stairs, mate. Sue you stairs. So, how are you otherwise? Other than that, healthy, wealthy, and wise. Family all good?
Aye, but all good. Just busy. Trying to get Detectorcon sorted this year for everyone to enjoy.
Detectorcon, of course, that you've popped on this evening to give us a brief overview of where you are with that, and for the viewers and listeners as well. Gary Cox contacted me, and he's going to be doing the same in the next couple of weeks. He's got updates for the Rodney Cook Memorial. So Scotty asked me first, so I thought, right, get Scotty on first, and then we'll get Gary on the week later. So come on, tell us all about it, where we're at.
Well, basically this year, we're not far from where we were last year. But this year we are basically detecting around a 1200 castle, medieval castle, basically literally 20 meters away from the castle itself, detecting on the castle grounds, but not just including the medieval castle. We've also got a Roman settlement. We've got Roman water crossings. We've got Roman paths. There's obviously Old Bastles here, which is a medieval fortified farmhouse. We've also got old stone works on site. Also, the land was ploughed last year for Detectorcon. Like at the same time as Detectorcon, should I say? Obviously, we didn't get this land until this year for Detectorcon, so it was just ploughed last year. But this year, we've also got other land to add, which is going to get basically ploughed within a couple of months' time.
That's fantastic. And I'm absolutely devastated I can't be there, Scotty.
Aye.
I'm hoping COVID kicks in and we get that and told they can't fly again.
Don't say that. We wanted to go ahead.
But so obviously that's the event itself that you're detecting. What about the rest of the event where you are with setting all that up?
Yeah, basically this year we have obviously we're not detecting on a Friday this time, but you're detecting on the Saturday and Sunday. But this year, last year we only had entertainment on the Friday and Saturday evening. This year we've got entertainment on the Friday evening, Saturday evening, and Sunday evening because the following Monday is a bank holiday Monday.
Brilliant.
Also this year you've got your camping, then you've got a totally different field close by for car parking. Then you've got another totally different field for your entertainment. So entertainment and camping is totally separate. So the people who are moaning about the noise and stuff, there's no chance to moan now because it's separate.
To be honest though, Scotty, the noise was you.
Don't blame me.
It was.
Is that the entertainment? The evening entertainment?
It is. We've got the same two bands as last year. as well as another band on the Sunday. But then we've also got obviously DJ and karaoke if you want to in between that.
I wasn't
a little
a fan
bit of a
the
different
bands.
setup this year. Obviously, we had it in a marquee last year, but this year it's totally different. We've got a little, basically, open stage. Then we'll have a fire pit, and yes, there's still going to be a marquee, but it's a higher marquee and it's got no sides. So if it does rain, there's tables and chairs and lighting in there. You can go and sit in there and still enjoy the entertainment and the
Is that got to be where the stalls are situated as well?
Yes, that's where the stalls are going to be situated. But during the day, if the stalls want to, we can put the sides up, or if it's too windy or anything like that, we can put the sides up. The sides are there to use, but during the evening, they won't be there.
So, what stalls, what organisations, companies have you currently got confirmed to be attending?
Basically, you've got DWP coins are coming again. We've got Shrewsbury Antiques and something are coming. I forgot the second name of them. Hopefully, the local LFO will be turning up this year as well. He was a bit unwell last year, but he's back to his normal self. Well, he's getting there, so hopefully he's here this year. Obviously, this year
Regton's.
Yeah,
sorry,
Regton's is the main sponsor for this event again. They done well last year for us, and we love working with them. So, they're our main sponsor again this year. Obviously, with donations again is for Children North East. And obviously
which you're one of.
This year as well, we've also got stone baked pizzas are coming. We've got a bar coming. We've got cold food. So if you want to get a sandwich to take up onto the fields instead of coming back for dinner,
will that be the same people as last year?
No, totally different people.
I was going to say, because last year we could highly recommend.
It's low.
Oh, their van just demolished itself, didn't it?
Yeah, basically with COVID and stuff, they were struggling, like everyone has. So they had to part exchange and go different ways, basically, with their business, unfortunately.
Got it. They were absolutely fantastic. Couldn't speak highly enough.
Well, for everyone out there, girls and boys, we might have showers as well.
Cool. That sounds interesting, Dave, doesn't it?
I won't be there, so I can't comment. I'm being quiet.
I was thinking pictures. Scott, sorry, Bob Fleming.
And obviously, just one quick one, Adrian. One quick one. For those, obviously, who are wanting a bit more information about Detectorcon, me and a couple of admin from North of the Tyne Detecting have been updating slowly our website this evening, so it's partly updated. So if you just want to go to northofthetyndetecting.com and have a look at the updates up to now, we're still working on it. But it's slow going, but there's some more information on there about this year's rally. And that's probably about it, I think, unless anybody's got any questions in the chat. Or
what were you going to ask, Adrian?
I was going to say, Scotty, you messaged me late last week. I came back to you and then I didn't get back to you. That's because I had COVID and my head is like a sieve at the moment. But I'll message you back in regard to what you were asking me.
That would be perfect if you can do
now,
that.
I've got two questions. Firstly, for the listeners and the viewers, what date is Detectorcon?
It's the 29th of July until the 1st of August, which is a Friday until the Monday. Detecting is a Saturday and Sunday, and you just have to leave off-site by 11 o'clock on the Monday.
And my second question is, are tickets available yet? And if so, how much are they?
Yes, tickets are available. The tickets are £65 plus your booking fee, which I think takes it to about £70 and 66 pence.
I'm trying to understand how
Friday, Saturday, Sunday camping, as well as your entertainment and for your detecting. If you go to a normal campsite at that time of year, it's high peak season, it's the summer holidays, because I've had a few complaints about the prices already. So for everyone out there, if you can get a campsite for less than £20 a night, just for camping, with no entertainment, please let us know, because I would love to know.
I'm confused because you said it's a bank holiday on that Monday.
It is.
And I've just looked because I thought, there's only one. Since when's August had two bank holidays?
Leap year?
Don't be silly. It's not.
No,
Because
it's a bank holiday.
there's always one in August, the end of August. We always have
that's
one
it.
at the start of August.
In bank holiday. The one I'm on about for the Monday is a Scottish and an Irish bank holiday.
Oh no, it just says summer bank holiday. Scotland. Yes, sorry. I'm with you. So it's right. That makes sense now. I thought you were obviously
on the border, as you
being in Scotland, you get extra days than we do. Ivy and Mark, Dad says, no, what's the price for additional misses and 2 kids no detecting?
This is another thing. It's been updated on the website, but this year, obviously, we're limited to numbers who can attend the metal detecting, obviously due to our licenses. So this year, the tickets is you buy 1 ticket for even if you're detecting or if you're not detecting, because the way we look on it is if you're detecting or not detecting, if say you're not detecting and we give you at half price, that's taking a ticket away from a detectorist. So, or the space away from a detectorist. So it's the same price if you're not detecting or detecting. And kids under the age of 16 is free. Also, dogs are more than welcome as well this year, as long as they're on lead at all times. And all
how much are dogs?
Dogs are free, of course.
What about cats?
If you want to bring your cat, your rabbit, your lizard, anything you like to bring, they're all free.
And could you tell me what the probability of any badgers encroaching into the camping area may be?
And then, unless Adrian's about,
I might have a stuffed one with me to keep me warm. Badger hot water bottle. Scotty, can people have barbecues?
Yes, that's another thing we're going to be adding to the website. Obviously, we're just in the middle of updating it.
What, you're adding a barbecue to the website?
But they've got to be high rise off the floor. Or if they're not high rise off the floor, they've got to dig a little hole, have it, fill it back up. And they must have either a fire extinguisher on hand or some kind of means to put it out, a bucket of water as such. We can't provide that. There will be marshals going around asking you. If you haven't got it, you will be asked to get rid of it as soon as possible.
Well done.
What if you're in Turkey and you can't come because you're in Turkey?
Then you just have to wait till next year, unfortunately.
Say the dates again.
The 29th of July until the 1st of August.
Yeah.
And like I say, we've got the bar there, we've got food, we've got entertainment, we've got an ice cream van coming again. We're hoping to get a few bouncy castles for the kids. We're also trying to get a waltzer there as well this year.
Move the end, squash your friend.
Oh, that are you sure?
On the
waltzer. The
left
average
side, right side to left side.
Yeah. Hold on tight. 8 pints.
The red light flickers, hangs onto your knickers.
Yeah. 8 pints of Stella on waltzer.
But is there any questions anybody wants to ask in the chat?
I'm just going through. Rob Random asks, will there be a Burning Man effigy?
A what?
A Wicker Man.
Tell him if he wants to be the Wicker Man, he's more than welcome.
Rob says, if we go, could we have a spit roast? Steve Pettican asks, if you go, can he have a spit roast?
If he gives us some Emery's cakes.
Boris Webber asks, has Scotty got a booster seat?
I've got his yellow pages.
These are all sensible questions that are all pertinent to the conversation.
I think we've covered. It's really nice of Scotty to donate 2 tickets to the show, Dave, as well, isn't it, for us to give away in a prize draw?
Yeah,
yes, again, because he's done it before. So it certainly is.
Yeah, very, very nice.
What was he? Have you just made that up?
No, you did say it, didn't you, Scotty? You did say it.
Did he?
He sent me a fax.
A month ago?
Yeah, sent me a fax a couple of months ago, and he drew it all, coloured it in, and
it just come through today.
Yeah, in the post. But no, I think it's nice, and I reckon it will sell out really quick because you look at Rodney.
That's another thing. People tickets are selling quick. We've got literally less than 60% left, and we only posted them yesterday.
Wow.
So
Adam Weedle says, can you make it more southern next year for people on the south coast? Tony Kaywood says, can you change the weekends so me and Dave can go?
Mixed showers.
Diggers UK. Scott Bea asks, have you got space for a humongous tent the size of a carport?
Tell him we'll give him a separate field away from everyone.
Richie Hoyle says, top man Scotty Bea. Apart from he's got little man syndrome. He didn't say the end bit. I made that bit up. Do you know, you're one of the only little people I've ever met who hasn't got little man syndrome.
No, you haven't. You're normal.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Kudos for that. Do you accept Norfolk people?
A question for everyone who's watching as well. If you've got a stall and you make your own jewellery or any artifacts or coins or anything like that, and you might want to attend for the day or something, send us a message on nottd2018@hotmail.com and I'll get back to you. But more than welcome to bring your stall if you like. Free pitch up.
What about if people have got cabbage products?
If they want to bring fruit, veg, they want to bring eggs, free range, more than welcome.
Cabbage. Just cabbage.
I think
Dave, you're not going to be there.
Tony Kaywood's doing a foot spa stall for people who want to like massage their feet. I think
he's got a load of them little fish, and he's going to bring the little fish up.
Oh yeah,
nibble your skin off and what have you.
One more thing, and this is a big one. We're right by the river again this year, and if it's hot, you're welcome to go for a swim, but please stay off the crayfish. Don't touch them.
So
Dave,
the barbecues you were talking about earlier, that's all just gone out the window now.
Dave, we should highlight that on the screen. Do not touch the crayfish. Whatever you do, don't touch the
protected
crayfish.
Species, you see, so if you touch them, you can get hefty fines, really. I'm just letting you... I'm not in control. It's not part of the event, but if you do touch it and the Environment Agency is there and they do catch you, you will get a big fine.
I'd love to go to prison for touching a crayfish. I shouldn't say that.
But that's all, really. And like I say, if you go to Norfolk Time Detecting Facebook page, or if you go to the Big Metal Detecting page, or the Treasure Hunting Magazine page, or the Archaeologist Metal Detecting Magazine page, the link will be on there for the tickets. Click it, take you straight to the tickets, and you can purchase one.
One day, Scotty, you're going to say that, right?
The 29th of July until the 1st of August, 2022, Detectorcon 2.
Oh, Adrian, do it. Do it.
Booyah, booyah.
Scotty, what metal detector are you going to be using? Well, you're not, because you're going to be farting about, but you still got your Equinox.
Always Equinox.
What would you think of upgrading in the next 6 months, 12 months?
I would, but there's one thing. I'm not going to mention no products or nothing, but there's only one thing on any metal detector which is brought out. What gets me is if it can detect coke, I will not buy the machine.
Cans of Coke.
No, like Coke, Hot Rocks.
Hot Rocks like Rob Random gets.
Hot rods.
He fell over then.
But no, there's two machines I'm interested in upgrading to, so...
Right, okay, I'm just interested. All right, mate. Well, thank you very much for coming on, David.
Yes, Scotty, and please give my regards to the waves.
Katrina, Dave says he's got to give you regards to the waves.
No, you have to give like love and stuff.
Hiya.
No, you have to go and give her a cuddle and a kiss off me.
What's she watching? Biker Grove. What's she watching?
What you watching now?
Jossie's Giants.
We're watching the football.
Oh yeah. Sun's down.
So Andy Winter there going, why I couldn't lad man.
That's Andy, aye.
Andy, also known as Lucky Andy.
Aye, Lucky Andy. Andy Pants.
In fact, let me kidnap Andy for a minute. Andy, come here.
Yeah, matey.
How are you, man?
Not too bad. Too normy.
You recently had another hoard up, didn't you?
Yeah. Lots of Roman coins and some bracelets. Me and another guy, another kid called Andy.
And that was on I can't remember the name of the group. Union and Holborn.
Hibben Ribble Valley.
That's it. What? Yeah. So, how many? Can you remember how many coins were at that top of your head?
We got 120 odd the first time, then another 30 odd or something the second time.
Fantastic. I take it you didn't have to camp there for 18 days this time.
Someone else, I can't hear you.
I take it you didn't have to camp there for days and days this time.
No, not for days.
Detectable, you had to camp, didn't you, for days?
Yeah, days, matey. Or there for like 4 or 5 days.
Marvellous. Well done anyway, young man. I will let you carry on getting inebriated and watching the football.
Well, football's on, matey. Tune's going to win, hopefully. One's each at the minute.
Take care, mate.
You as well, buddy. I'll catch you soon, Dave. See you, mate.
Out a bit.
Thank you, guys, and thank you for letting us join. Take
You're
care.
welcome, mate. Take care, youngs. See you soon.
Bye for now. Bye.
Bye now.
I'm absolutely drained. I didn't
What, who is?
understand a word of that.
I think he said, hello, how are you all?
I didn't. I struggle, Dave. Your accent is not too strong, but Scotty Bea, I was just like, what? I felt like I was in first year at school learning French again. But yeah, never mind. Julian Evan Hart has got some technical issues, unless he's in the background.
Sadly not.
Apparently the link to our show doesn't work with Netscape Navigator or Internet Explorer. So his laptop won't let him. He's got a personal laptop and a work one, and he hasn't been on the work one for a long time, so he can't get into it. Not that he doesn't do work on it. And his personal one is, I think he bought it at Tandy. So it's quite an old machine, but he can't get on the interwebs. And he's very cross and angry because he was going to talk to us about a new book that he's written that's going to be out in 4 months.
All right.
And I don't know if I should tell you this. He's going to, I might as well. No, I shouldn't. I'll leave it till he comes on. He's also going to be writing another book, which will massively interest a lot of people because he has written a lot of books and published a lot of books, predominantly around.
Is it about donkeys?
No, it's. Well, have you got a shoehorn at home?
I've got a picture of Churchill smoking a woodbine.
What, on a shoehorn?
No, just on a...
Oh, he's writing the ancient history of British shoehorns from 1937 to 84. So I'm looking forward to that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, some interesting ones made out of pet animal bone as well that have got nice like drawings on and stuff that people have done with felt tip and that. No, he's not really writing a book about that, but he is writing a book soon, which is really interesting. But he can't get on the show, so poor old Jules. He does. I don't know. I think it's like my boss. I think my boss swallowed loads of magnets when he was a baby, and whenever he goes near anything like electrical or technical, he can have a brand new laptop, brand new iPhone, and it'll freeze or it'll log him out, or I don't know. It's just one of them things. So Jules isn't on. Scotty Bea has been on with his friend. Oh, look, there he is. Crippled.
Read it out, Adrian.
I haven't got my glasses.
Don't say one word, crippled. Apologies to everyone. Could not get the link to work and everything was just crippled by my very limited knowledge and patience when technical things cock up. Was really looking forward to tonight. Oh, well, to the future, ladies and gents. There will be other times. Best Jules. Hi, Scotty Bea. No worries, Adrian. We love you. So instead, I'm going to send the link. I'm going to move everything forward a week because somebody else. Go and get your earphones, Gary, and I'll send you the link. I was going to do it next week, but seeing that Mr. Evan Hart is unable to join us, I will send you the link instead. If you are okay with that. There you go. I've sent the link. Dave, did you get the pits from Julian of the cake machines I sent from Las Vegas? No, Keith. Cake machines?
Yes, you did. I sent you the cake vending machines.
Where?
I sent them to you. I emailed them to you.
Where?
Email.
Oh, I'll have to have a look.
Keith,
I can't remember.
yeah, thank you. Because Jules got very confused. He said, Adrian, someone sent me some pictures of cake vending machines in regards to you. And I thought, yeah, it's nice, though. I don't know why we haven't got them over here. We've got those pizza ovens now. Have you got them near you? Vending pizzas?
Yes.
With the cook it fresh?
Yes.
Oh, Imagine that when you were like 17, 18 with the munchies. Everyone would have been queuing up.
Now, I've had something sent to me which is related to the subject. It's actually from, Kerry's emailed me this over, from Art Quarterly magazine. And it's an article by Mr. Michael Lewis, the head of the Portable Antiquities Scheme. And it goes into certain things that have been found, hidden histories and what have you, how many more people have started metal detecting, etc., etc. It goes into discussions about the PAS, how long that's been going, as you can imagine, and the FLOs and the FLO's work that takes place. And I'm just looking for the piece in particular that we spoke about, because basically, Mr. Lewis big ups the metal detecting community.
Does he? Because he wrote a very interesting article in the Searcher the other month, which we could talk to Gary Cook about, in regard to rallies. He's not too keen on rallies.
He says basically how important metal detectorists have been for the research of the archaeological community in additions to the Portable Antiquities Scheme, and how basically so many people are so passionate about the subject and the work that we do behind the scenes with historical research and being able to make the Portable Antiquities Scheme's jobs easier. I can't find the paragraph I'm looking for, but that's basically, so that's in this current issue. By the way, Art Quarterly, I didn't even know it existed. Do you get Line Dancing Quarterly as well?
You get Shoe and Leather Weekly, or you used to. There used to be a magazine, Shoe and Leather Weekly. But no, it's an interesting point, and it's good that you raised that, because people are passionate about this hobby massively.
They are. And for Michael Lewis to go out and actually say something like that publicly in a magazine that is in no way related to the archaeological or metal detecting community, and give us that kudos, that's quite a nice thing to do. I know he has a lot of bad things said about the Portable Antiquities Scheme and the bias and what have you, but actually saying something to the general public from a perspective that you wouldn't normally see, brilliant.
When you compare it, I'm going to upset a lot.
She said, it's the members' magazine for the art fund. I'm not an art fiend.
She is. When I'm going to upset a few people on here, possibly, again. When you're metal detecting, when was the last time you had someone come up to you, swearing at you, shouting at you, saying what you're doing is ruining our countryside? No, 99% of the people who come up to me are interested. And what have you found? Blah, blah, blah. What's on the land? Unlike, I don't know, cyclists, which sometimes get a bit of abuse from us because we're stuck behind them or they cause things. But I'd like to hear from people in the chat who's had someone come up to them, proper lay into them because they're metal detecting. People know we're interested and passionate about it. That's why they laugh at us and take the mickey out of us. And a comedy mockumentary has been done, The Detectorists. It's people are interested in it.
I think I've found what it is now.
What, the
kudos? No, I haven't. I can't see it. But it's there anyway. Oh, here he is.
Julian?
No.
Oh, no, Gary.
That's that lovely Mr. Gary. Mr. Gary Cook. How are you, Gary?
Morning.
Oh, Gary messaged me the other day. Gary's got some updates regarding the Rodney Cook Memorial Rally as well.
Yeah.
We were going to put him on next week because obviously Scotty said first, do you mind if I come on? So I said to Gary, we'll get him on ASAP. So thanks for coming on, Gary. Obviously, Julian's not been able to make it, but at least we're able to get that information out now.
Well, I've just got back from Essex, actually. I've been in a sales meeting all day in Billericay. So I think it's not far from you, Aid, is it?
No, and I said to you, when you're passing, pop in, and you totally ignored me again. So never mind, Gary. You carry on. Have you got your tracksuit bottoms on?
Yeah, got me Spurs ones on to take the mickey out of Chelsea fans.
Yeah, because Tottenham was doing so better in the league than Chelsea.
But I'd rather be in Tottenham's shoes at the moment than Chelsea. Oh dear. No, I shouldn't jest about my London rivals, should I? I shouldn't take the mickey.
I do it about the Manchester rivals, so.
Yeah.
No. Yes. How are we? All right?
Yeah. Well, I've had COVID. I'm just getting
no.
over it, which has driven me up the wall. It's more of a hindrance. It's annoying. It's annoying.
Yeah. But did you know that Lisa had it, right? And I was in the house with her the whole time. I never caught it.
Well, my daughter's had it 3 times. My wife's had it, and I didn't catch it. And I actually met Dan from Treasure Hunting magazine, the owner, last week down the pub. And next morning he got it, and then I got it just after him.
That's amazing, isn't it?
It is weird. It is weird, but it's just a cold. So.
Yeah, I might have had it. I don't know. So I've had my jabs. So
yeah.
I think we got more.
It'll all be gone by the time Rodney Cook rally starts.
Hopefully, yeah.
Stephen Pettican started to become quite abusive at the bottom of the screen. Can I just point out?
Abusive? Oh no, I can't seem to find. Oh, where's the chat gone? Oh dear,
it's not the chat. Just have a look at the bottom of the screen underneath yourself.
Oh God, what have I done?
4-hour show coming up now. Lol. Oh, he's gone. We've upset him.
I think the elastic went on his tracksuit pajama bottoms.
Snapped into his phone.
StreamYard blocked him out.
He's back again.
I'm back. Don't get me to change anything on my phone. Don't me to touch nothing, because if I touch things, it all goes wrong. I'm like George.
We can't hear you, Gary. We can't hear you.
You can't hear me?
Gary, we can't hear you. Can you speak up?
Yeah, I'm speaking.
A bit louder. Just a bit louder.
I can't speak any louder.
Louder.
Hold on. Let me turn your volume up, Adrian, and see if that works. Go on, Gary. Try again.
Can you hear me now?
Bit louder, Gary.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Little bit more. I can just about make it out. Can you, Dave?
Let me.
Gary, we're winding you up.
Oh, go away. It's been a long day. You know how gullible I am. And Adrian knows how techno crap I am as well.
Not as techno crap as Julian.
Why do you think I got Adrian doing all the bloody websites and doing all the online bookings and stuff like that? I almost said the smooth word then. Because
he's a nerd.
Exactly. I'm crap. He's good.
Yeah, but at least when Gary's passing, he'll buy me a beer. Oh no, he didn't. Anyway, should we hear from Gary what he's got to say about his?
Yeah, did you see my seal that I found this last Sunday?
Yeah, yeah. You posted that 4 years ago, Gary. The same picture on Facebook.
Yeah, I know. I just thought I'd replenish it again.
Yeah, yeah. Very, very. COVID.
Well,
very, very nice. Very, very nice. Was that with you, Deus too?
That was with the Deus too. I don't know if Luke's in the background, if he can find any pictures.
Dave's doing it.
Dave, have you got any pictures in the background?
Yeah, you carry on talking, and I'll.
Gary,
I'll
if I didn't know you, right,
yeah.
and I know you, and I know you're a trustworthy guy and a normal guy, I think you were making these finds up or just pulling, but I know you genuinely find them. You're a very lucky man.
Well, I was with 4 other people on Sunday, and so I got backup. Yeah, they see me pull it out the ground. But it's apparently it's if Dave can get the picture up.
Dave's nearly there.
It's a seal that is possibly linked to the Templars, but I don't know. It has a cross with a Islamic crescent moon on one side and a star on the other, and they're thinking it could be linked to the Crusades in some way. But I've had a couple of people looking into it for me, and yeah, there you go. So you've got, it actually says Secret V Ranulph, which is the secret seal of Ranulph. Now, normal seals of that time would have had the seal of Ranulph in the lettering around the legend around the edge of the seal, but my one says secret. So they believe it was very high ranking, somebody who was maybe sending some form of coded messages or something, they don't know. It because it's made of silver, it's very, very high profile. So it would have been maybe a Norman High Sheriff, or the treasurer to the king, or even King Edward II himself used secret seals. So a few people were quite excited, especially with the Templar, or not necessarily Templar, but with the Crusade connection with the cross and the crescent moon. So I found somebody called Ranulph de Blondeville, who was the 6th Earl of Chester, and he went on the 5th Crusade round about the middle of the 13th century. So he could be a candidate of who the seal belonged to, but it's a lovely little thing, absolutely stunning. It really is. And
how big is it, Gary? About
not very big. Yeah, it's probably half the size of my thumb, possibly altogether. But it's absolutely beautiful. It's in amazing condition. And I was out with I had Fods down for the day, aka Fodarina, Phil Fods, from the Dig Life UK Facebook group, and I had Ricardo as well. Ricardo does all of the banners and stuff for the Rodney Cook. So I promised him a day out with me, and the last time he was meant to come, his van, they sort of had a bit of an accident on the M5, and they had to turn around and go back home. They'd hit some debris or something. So this was a rescheduled trip. Steve Murty was out, and Neil Cleveland, and Fodder had a Celtic brooch, a bronze stater, and a couple of hammers. Rick had a nice disc brooch, a Roman disc brooch, and Neil had a hammered and some Romans, and I picked up a few bits, and then I just got this clear signal and out popped the seal. And it just, the hobby never ceases to amaze me, how you can just be having a bit of fun, bit of banter with some mates, and all of a sudden that seal pops out.
I've been doing a little bit of research while we were talking.
Oh yeah.
I haven't found anything. That I was looking at the stars and the moons in relation to Freemasonry and the Templar stuff and what have you.
Yeah.
But as I said, I've got there's 2 people I'm going to speak to for you, which in fact I'll do it while we're speaking, and I might get an answer, might we?
Well, yeah, but the thing is, the crescent moon and the stars are Islamic symbols, aren't they? They're forms of Islam. When you look at their Muslim temple, they have the crescent moon on the top, and it's just, obviously it's all theory, it's all but one of the theories is that the guy who owned the seal, obviously this guy called Ranulph, was possibly a crusader, and he was advertising the fact on his seal that he'd been to the Crusades. And obviously you have the cross of the Christian cross with the Islamic symbols next to it. It's only it's all guesswork, isn't it? A lot.
How deep down was it, Gary?
Only about 4 or 5 inches. The field is an arable field, so it is ploughed on a regular basis.
What did the words again, Gary? Please.
Secret V, and then obviously the name Ranulph. And apparently, this guy, one of these expert guys, has said that on a normal seal, I can't remember what the Latin word is, but it's S something, which is basically translate to the seal of Bob, Dave, whoever he is. But my one had secret and then V, which is the secret seal of Ranulph. And
how do you spell Ranulph? R-A-N?
R-A-N-U-L-F.
Right, yeah.
And as I say, I found somebody called Ranulph de Blondeville, which was the 6th Earl of Chester. And he was around middle of the 13th century. And he has there are records of him going on the 5th Crusade to the Holy Land. So
don't you just love it when you research stuff like
yeah,
that?
it's incredible, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is all part of the fun. And apparently Edward, I've also been told, but the Edward II, around about that time, and some of the other kings during this time, they would have these secret seals that only certain people were privy to who it was really from. So Ranulph could have been a pseudonym of somebody else. It could have even been a pseudonym of the king. And as I say, only certain people were privy to that knowledge. So they knew that seal, although it said Ranulph, was actually from somebody else.
Would you believe, Gary, would you believe that Ranulph, his resting place is less than a mile from where I was actually born?
What, the Chester guy?
I was born in West Cheshire. Well, it's now the Countess of Chester Hospital, and his resting place is at Chester Abbey, so it's about a mile away, maybe a little bit more. Madness,
he was he was an earl, so he was very high ranking. He would have had the money to have had to gone on campaign in the Crusades, because obviously back then he went on campaign and he took his men with him, didn't he? He took these guys would feel honoured and privileged to go and fight in the Holy Land in the name of God, and they would raise their own army and raise their own funds to do it in the name of the king and in the name of God and Christianity. So he would have also been very, as an earl, he would have been very close to the king, and Ranulph is a Norman name as well.
Do you know the other funny thing about him? I've just popped up on Wikipedia to have a look at him. His viscera was buried at Wallingford Castle, and his heart at Dulacres Abbey, which I pass every day on the way to work through Leek.
There you go.
And that's actually, his heart has actually been found. It is very interesting, that.
Yeah, but obviously he's a candidate for the seal. He might not be the seal. It's only the fact that the limited amount of information that I can get from the internet has led me to him, and he just happens to tick all the boxes. The seal's been dated in 13th century. Obviously, with the crescent moon, and the Christian symbol could represent some form of crusader, and the fact that the academics have said to me that because it's a solid silver seal, only some of the very, very high status would have had access to have a personal seal made in solid silver. And the secret bit, he said, the only people he can find any information on who would have used secret on the seal were either high-ranking sheriffs or high-ranking people close to the king, the treasurer, or even the king himself. So this bloke being an earl and could possibly have had links to the king and obviously being an Earl of Chester, he's very rich. His record shows he went on campaign in the 5th Crusade. He is a highly, quite a high up there candidate of who.
Have you found evidence of him being in the particular Wiltshire area, wherever that area?
Well, this is the thing. You've got to now start to look for some form of evidence of why he would have been in Wiltshire. He might have been there campaigning, or he could have been there, raising an army or on behalf of the king, looking for fighters to go to the crew. We don't know. He could have been there on business, or he just could have been meeting Auntie Mabel. He
could have been on the medieval Rodney Cook Memorial Rally.
He could have been, exactly. Yeah. Or he could have just been passing through on a pilgrimage to Salisbury Cathedral or something. So that's the beauty of the things that we find in it. We'll never really truly know why that seal ended up in that field in Wiltshire, really.
Talking of Rodney Cook Rally, I suppose we better mention it. Tidy Treasure Hunter in the chat has said something very nice, which sums up the Rodney Cook Rally, I think, people getting together and helping out. He said, Gary, if you want, I can make you a trophy for the best find of the weekend, if you like.
See what I mean? Aren't these people incredible? I know I've said it many times, and you probably get bored crapless of hearing me talk.
Yeah, we do. So move on.
But I've had some amazing people over the last few weeks come on to me, and I've had a guy, Stefan, he makes these amazing sheaths for your small digging tools. He makes a knife sheath.
Oh,
Yeah, I know what you were thinking about, you dirty buggers. So, God, it's a family show. It's a family show.
That's what I'm talking about.
Gary, is Gloucester that particular area? I mean, is it that location? Is it because obviously people travel to and from different areas via because there is evidence that he spent a lot of time in Gloucester.
It's not a million miles away. Maybe, in modern times it's an hour in the car, but in medieval times it's probably a couple of days traveling by horse. But it's close enough for him to at the end of the day they weren't that bad.
Well,
they did travel.
We're getting closer, aren't we?
Yeah, exactly. It's closer than Chester.
Where's Winchester? Is Winchester out?
Again, Winchester's only probably by car 40 minutes away, and it's on the main sort of like nowadays it's called the A36, which goes on to the 303, but they are based on old medieval roads and old Roman roads as well, which the medieval people reused, which were all obviously Winchester was a Roman town. Salisbury was Romanish with very high medieval links, obviously with the cathedral. So yeah, there's ever a probability that he would have been travelling around this area.
Keith Ellis is asked, have you asked at local Masonic lodges for the history? Keith, personally, I'm a Freemason, and I believe that to be predate modern Freemasonry for a start. Additionally, I've had my Masonic symbology books out and such like, and although stars and moons are very common within Freemasonry symbology, it could still, as Gary said, it still could be related to anything. I've contacted Carl Cookson and Hamilton White from Lost Relics of the Knights Templar to see if they could identify or assist, because I think Hamilton would be able to give you the weight without looking the weight of the silver, probably as well.
Yeah. It's exactly, and I've had, I've got a couple of people now who are doing some investigating for me. I've emailed some chap at Reading University who apparently is Malcolm Burnett or something. He is apparently
Malcolm Burnett,
something like that.
Malcolm Burnett.
Yeah, I think so.
Honestly,
yeah,
never heard of him.
He's a top man. Apparently, he's the UK's #1 authority on the Crusades. So what he doesn't know is not worth worrying about.
Yeah,
apparently, according to the books. So
listen,
I emailed him.
Gary, I'm going to have to stop you for a minute because I promised at 9 o'clock we were going to run a video. It's a reminder to people, and when we come back, we're going to tell you a little bit more about the competition that's going to be running on here in 2 weeks. It's a reminder for people to worldwide, internationally, you can join a competition that's being run by Relics Radio. So all the information in there about Dillick's going to be joining their show next Thursday, the 17th, in the US of A, and you can win a knocked. No, it's not. No, it's not. We're on the week after.
Oh,
we're on the week after. You've been ill, haven't you?
Yeah.
So next week, you'll hear Dillick will be on Relics Radio, and you can win a Nocta Macro Legend there. The following week, the 24th, when we come back, we'll give you all the details of how you can enter the competition to win the Nocta Macro Legend live on here in 2 weeks' time. So here's the Relics Radio. Gary, you can go and have a wee. You're about 4 minutes long.
Yeah, I know. I've got a bit of an exclusive to give you tonight on the Rodney Kirk. I've had confirmation today.
An exclusive way.
Rob Random's message after the advert. Rob Random said something really nice as well.
Hold on.
Well, I'll tell you, they're all lovely people.
Oh, yeah.
Incredible.
Rob Random will be auctioning off a full weekend ticket to the Rodney Cook Memorial event. All proceeds going to their charity, of course. Keep your eyes out for when.
How lovely is that? Gary, the charity magnet. Well done, Rob. That's off to you, mate.
I'm glad you said charity. See you in a minute.
Hi, I'm DK with Adventures in Dirt. And how would you like to win one of the brand new simultaneous multi-frequency metal detectors from Nocta Macro. That's right, we're talking about the Legend. Boy, everyone has been anticipating getting their hands on the Legend, and I'm telling you how you can win one for free. Mark your calendars, March 17th. March 17th, 2022. It's a Thursday night here in the United States, and I'll tell you what, Detectorcon with Nocta Macro will be joining us over on the Relics Radio podcast at 8 p.m. Eastern, and you need to be there live to have your chance at winning this metal detector. The Relics Radio podcast is broadcasted to you every Thursday night at 8 p.m. Eastern here in the United States, and we bring on notable guests from the treasure hunting and metal detecting communities to come talk to us about their journey in the hobby. And Thursday, March 17th, we'll be having Delic on to come talk to us about the new Legend, and during that show, Jill will be giving one away to one lucky live participant. This contest is open to anyone in the entire world, so you can come join us Thursday, March 17th, 8 p.m. Eastern here in the United States for your chance to win the Nocta Macro Legend. There is a live chat group over there that you can get involved in, and for this contest, you need to be able to be active and type messages within that chat. You need to sign up for free at Spreaker.com to be able to have an account, to be able to chat during the live podcast. And I'm going to tell you how to do that right now. Links are right below for Relics Radio. You need to head over there, choose any one of the podcasts, scroll down until you see add comments. You need to make sure you can add a comment in order to enter and win. If you cannot, you simply have to create an account. Here's how you do that. Simply head back over to Relics Radio, and on the upper right, you'll see a login button. I've also showed you what this looks like on a cell phone on the lower right here. You can scroll down on any show and also see where the comments are that you can sign in to leave a message. Either one of these two buttons will take you to the same place, and it's similar on your mobile device. This will take you to the sign into your account. If you already have an account, you can sign in with Google, Facebook, Apple, Twitter. Just enter in your email and your password, you're good to go. If you don't have an account, click that sign up button right at the upper top right there. It'll take you to a page to let you create an account. You need a username, you need an email address, and then of course a password that you'll enter in twice. Here's what it looks like on a mobile phone. Then you want to click I am not a robot and do this little puzzle verification that they have. Sometimes these are involved, so just be patient. But as soon as you're done with that, click the verify button. It verifies you're not a robot, agree to the terms and services, and sign up. Welcome aboard. Now you're able to chat in a live stream as we broadcast live. And Thursday the 17th, you'll be able to add comments just like this, and you're all good to go, ready to enter to win the free Nocta Macro Legend. So that's it. That's how you sign up for an account over at Spreaker.com. Please do that. You can go check and make sure it's all good by listening to one of the previous podcasts that you find over there at Relics Radio, and see if you can enter a comment. That's how you'll know that you're all set up and ready to go and waiting for March 17th to come around. Hope to see you all there. I'll be broadcasting live with Delic, my co-host Tony, and just a ton of people in the chat, I'm sure. So make sure you show up on March 17th at 8 p.m. Eastern here in the United States for Relics Radio and our guest, Delic from Nocta Macro. It's going to be a great night. Hope to see you there, and best of luck to you.
Where's Adrian gone now? There
I've
he is.
replaced him. Hey, Aid, I've taken over.
Oh,
Without a doubt, the best podcast in the US of A, I have to say, Relics Radio. Have some top guests on there. Brilliant podcast. Anyway, what we were saying before the show, we've got our own competition on in 2 weeks' time with Dilek. She's kindly offered to give away a new Nocta Macro Legend live on the show. So, how do you enter? You would like to know, I'm sure. It's quite easy. Firstly, go to our website, www.arcmdmag.com. You'll see this on the main page somewhere because it's one of the pinned posts. Scroll down and all the information is there, and the links of it. And there's a question now. I'm not going to scroll down anymore. There's a question on there. All you have to do is a little bit of research about the Nocta Macro legend. I'm sure the information is readily available. And then, quite simply, go to, that's at www.arcmdmag.com. Pop over to the big detecting show. You'll see lots of lovely things. Click on the little 3 lines in top middle. Onto competition.
You can actually scroll down, David.
Can you?
Yeah.
On
sorry,
the homepage?
Yeah, sorry.
I'll do it. Okay. Scroll down. Oh, there you are. Didn't see that. Scroll down. Win a legend. Enter now. That'll take you to the competitions page. All the information there about the Nocta Macro legend. And all you need to do is fill in your details and choose one of 3 answers. And as I say, the question is on arcmdmag.com. Free to enter. And it'll be drawn live on the show, 9 p.m. 2 weeks today. Thank you very, very much to the lovely lady from Nocta Macro, Dilek Gonule.
And I would like to say, please, please, please read the answer, the question properly, because a lot of sad people, I feel sorry for them, have selected the wrong answer. Whether they don't understand how radio buttons work, click on it, what you think, and that will select it.
That'd be me, because I wouldn't have a clue.
Well,
I'd get it all wrong.
We've had about a lot of entries. I was quite surprised, actually. We've run a few competitions, but there's been a hell of a lot of entries so far. And I think, David, it's globalish.
I believe so. Much like the other competition that Relics Radio are running yet.
Yeah. So we have had people from all over the world who watch the show. So thank you.
And also, obviously, we are hopefully trying to bring you other competitions. And we more or less, I've just got to speak to the people involved. We will hopefully be bringing back a weekly, if not monthly, competition in the very, very near future for your free competition. I've just got to speak to somebody regarding that and set some dates or what have you. But hopefully we will be back with a weekly, if not weekly, a monthly competition very, very soon.
And you can have, as a prize, donated personally from Cookie, a pair of very, very rare, a very, very rare, a pair of Rodney Cook Memorial Weekender tickets for this year, even though we sold out in 4 days.
Ooh.
Well, I tell you what, Gary, if it's all right with you, because that lovely Mr. Scotty Bea has also offered a weekend pair of tickets for Detectorcon. At the end of next month, we'll run a competition. If that's all right with you, Adrian. After this competition's ended, we'll put on another competition. We'll source some other prizes if we can, and we'll do a big giveaway. How's that sound?
Yeah,
I'll
have a word with Adrian.
Wouldn't it be lovely if people paid just £1 to enter, because the money would go to the charity, and I don't think that's bad.
If people wanted to pay £1 to enter, that would be great, and we can split the proceeds each way between Detectorcon's Northern Children and the Rodney Cook Memorial Rally Fund.
Yeah,
sounds like a good plan.
I mean, we're not talking a lot, sort of like 80 quid a ticket or something like that. No, like £1 a ticket or 50p. Just
ladies and gentlemen, in the chat room, I can see you're all there. Kerry, Dark Knight Detectorist, Shane, Mr. Random, John Clayton. What do you think? £1 a go?
I think so.
People who don't want to pay £1 are the sort of people who complain about the toilet paper at the event. So,
and don't forget, you're going to get a weekend ticket to Detectorcon.
Lisa would never let the toilet paper run out. Do you know that? She's always topping it up.
Or a weekend ticket. So you've got to get a weekend ticket to Detectorcon or a weekend ticket to the Rodney Cook Memorial Rally and
a pair of tickets, because people
a pair of tickets. And we will source a a number of other prizes, be them greatly thingied or something that's not greatly thingied. We will.
I'll have to have a word with Adrian, and we'll have to come up with a very good question, Aid, won't we? About the Rodney Cook.
Yeah. Well,
What do you reckon?
we got Scotty Bea as well. So if it was sort of
if we're doing it by payments, it's just going to be buying a raffle ticket anyway, really.
Oh,
isn't it? So we don't necessarily need a question.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
So anyway, we've determined that we're going to go with that. Sort all that malarkey out. Yeah, thank you very much. And to Scotty Bea as well. Gary, you said you've got some big news for us.
Yeah. Obviously, how great is it that we sold out in 4 days?
Brilliant.
Literally sold out in 4 days, and I'm working on something to maybe have a few more tickets we can open up. But no, a little bit of a, I suppose. How am I going to word it? An exclusive for the Rodney Cook. Have you ever heard of Spinks?
We have.
Yes.
Yeah.
Beautiful books.
Yeah. From greenlightpublishing.com.
Yeah. Well, we've had confirmation today. We've been talking to them, and Dan Goldburn from Greenlight Publishing has had a little bit of pushing with us with this. He's been, in fact, he's done all of it, really, bless him. He put us in the right direction. Obviously, Spinks, we all know they are worldwide, whatever, and amazing. They're the ones who sold that Henry coin. They have never gone to metal detecting rallies before. It's not something that they've ever really been associated with and they've ever wanted to do. But they have decided that they want to support us. And they've decided that they want to support the Rodney Cook and promote the Rodney Cook and come to the rally.
So,
fantastic.
They've never done rallies before. It's not the sort of thing that they've ever been interested in or wanted to get involved with. But obviously, with the sale of the Henry coin from Michael, and then obviously the donation which is going to be given to the Rodney Cook from the sale of the. Adrian, help me out. What's it called again?
What the?
Yeah.
Oh, the internet.
What do they call it?
Digital right. Digital
That's it.
right. Yeah, to the footage of the coin.
That's it. Yeah.
So if the BBC use it, or ITV, or a magazine, you get money for the credits. So it's like a copyright.
That's it. So they, with the money they donated from that to us, it got them sort of talking, and then they've asked quite a lot of questions with us and talked with us about what we do. And obviously, being the fact that we do it for charity and everything else, they came back to me with some ideas about what they would like to do. So they're going to basically have the Spinks set up. They'll be giving free appraisals of artifacts and coins that people have made, not necessarily found at the rally. If anybody has anything that they want to show Spinks will give them a free appraisal and everything else. Even if they just got a photograph on their phone of something that they found and they'd like Spinks to have a look at it, they'll be sat doing that. They'll be having, cups of coffee and bits and pieces on the Spinks area. And
will they have cake?
Generally, I expect so. Plenty of cake. So you'll be fine, Dave. If they don't, I'll make sure that they bring some just for you. I'll tell them that they have to bring cake for Dave. Otherwise, it's just a no-go, and we have to shut down the whole RCM if it doesn't happen.
I'm game with that.
So that's going to be fantastic. They're going to be there all weekend. They're going to be donating prizes for the raffle, being involved and promoting it on their Facebook pages and websites and magazines, and making a general announcement that they are going to be supporting the Rodney Cook. And they're going to also have an exclusive, which I can't really mention, or can I mention? Can I mention it or not?
I don't know, because we haven't got a clue what you're on about.
Is it to do with the book, Gary?
No, they're launching. They're going to be launching something that is going to be exclusive to detectorists, and it will be an annual thing, and the winner will be announced at the Rodney Cook Rally every year.
Yeah, they're actually doing some other stuff in the background for detectorists as well, which you might
They
not
are.
know about, which is that I tell you what, head over to Spinks or get the book. Whatever you do in the hobby, get the book. The Spinks, I've got one somewhere, but I don't know where it is. But yeah, they're looking at doing some exclusive things for detectorists. And what's great about this is they're getting behind us as a hobby. And the more people get behind us,
very much so. Yeah.
They know that we're genuine, and we do buy their books, so we are an income for them. But at the end of the day, for them to support the Rodney Cook is flipping amazing. It's brilliant.
It is, mate, because as I say, in the past they've never gone to metal detecting rallies. They've never wanted to be part of metal detecting rallies, not for any bad reasons. It's just not something that they've ever really been associated with. But the fact that, I suppose it's sentiment to what we've managed to achieve at the Rodney Cook, to have someone like Spinks want to be involved, and to the point where they contact us and they want to support us. It's just, as you all know, we never use the terminology sponsor, because we don't get sponsored by people. We have support, and anyone can support the Rodney Cook. We're independent, as you know. So Spinks wanted to be a mainline supporter of the Rodney Cook, and they want to do it the right way, is obviously someone like of Spinks' stature would always insist. So we've sat down with them, and we're going to go and have another meeting with them and discuss how this thing would work with the detectorist. But as I say, it would be an annual thing, and then the winners would be announced at the Rodney Cook Memorial. So they would be wanting to come to the Rodney Cook every year now and be part of the Rodney Cook family, I suppose, just like you guys are, and get involved with it and become part of the Rodney Cook Memorial, which is incredible, really.
It's going to be like a detecting Christmas, isn't it? Rodney Cook. And you're going to get good weather. You're going to get.
Wear my Santa hat.
Let's hope so, mate.
Actually, we could, Dave. We could wear Rodney Cook hats, red and blue.
That'd be good.
Like Santa hats, because it is a celebration.
And we could go out giving everybody free magazines as like a Christmas present.
We've got so much planned this year, guys. We've got so much more in our brains, and I haven't got that much in my brain at the best of times, but we've got so many ideas that we want to do. We're always trying to look for that next level with the Rodney Cook, as you guys know. We're always trying to do that next thing that is going to make us stand out and help. We get so many people want to help. Like I was saying earlier about Stefan creating the Rodney Cook Memorial digging sheath. No jokes. And Gigglies, like schoolboys.
Can't you call it holder?
Gary, I was in a very, 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 very important meeting today, and a lady in the meeting said penetration, and I just lost it.
Started laughing.
In fact, I was in the middle of the meeting, and I had to text Adrian to say she'd said penetration.
Yeah, you did.
You've been
watching
watching
in the middle
too many.
of a Zoom meeting with people, and I got a text that said about that. I was like, oh, God.
She said penetration. Yeah, it's like a Carry-On film, isn't it? All matron.
Oh, it's like Christmas. So, Gary, is there obviously you've told us now that exclusive about Spinks. Is there anything else? Obviously, tickets are a premium now.
Well, we've sold out of weekend tickets, haven't we, Adrian? A long time ago, 4 days, in fact, after they went on sale. So we've got some
free, wasn't it? And we had to
it was really, yeah, we did, yeah. There's some day tickets available. So to be honest with you, if you still want to come to the Rodney Cook for the weekend, sort of, you could book 2 day tickets and come on the Saturday and Sunday. You just wouldn't be able to camp on site, but you could still have 2 days at the Rodney Cook. As I say, I am working on a couple of landowners nearby. If I can get a little bit more land, then I might be able to open up a few more weekend tickets. The problem with it is it's all well and good having the land and plenty of land to detect, but you've got to have the camping facilities to put all these people on. And we don't want them all crammed in like battery hens or anything like that. They got to have a little bit of room. So but I think we may be able to open up a few more tickets. But we've also got, as I say, I got a few other things planned. We're looking at Friday entertainment. I don't want to say too much, but we're looking at a comedian.
Is it a Gary Cook question thing? Competition.
We won't be doing. I won't subject you to the quiz again. I'm afraid. I think I bored everybody last year, so we're going to change the entertainment from me giving my quiz to a comedian on the Friday night. We're going to have a bit of fun, and we're going to have a decent comedian. I don't want to say too much. We're working on some people, you never know. Watch this space, but we will have some form of comedian type entertainment on the Friday night. Obviously, live band on the Saturday. Lots of things planned during the days and the weekend, and we got all the regulars coming back. We got some new people coming into the marquee.
Could you think it would be appropriate if we could have a hide and seek competition?
Now that would be fun.
That'd be ace.
Hide and seek. Rodney Cook hide and seek.
In Essex, they call it smash and grab.
No,
that would
45 home would be good. 45 home. I know what would happen. I'd hide and sleep.
Or we pretend not to be able to find you.
or hide in a ditch or a hole that he's not like really concerned about, and then this creature starts lurking towards him in a black and white and grey sort of manner.
Oh, don't say that.
I've still got scars on my back.
Adrian was followed last time, weren't you, mate?
Yeah, I was. I haven't told. I might have. The man in the tracksuit.
Yeah,
Eagle-eyed DJs in the chat knows about that. The man who I've told you, Dave, haven't I?
I reckon it was the owl man. The owl creature man that they.
Did they have owl man around Wiltshire?
Yeah. The owl man has been spotted in Wiltshire. Yeah.
There you go. Could be him. Google it. You'll understand.
Adrian, you're looking at me. You don't know who the hell that we're talking about. The owl man. Just Google the owl man.
He looks like Rob Random, but with wings.
The man who followed me looked like he'd come off the set of Brookside in a shell suit and had been drinking a lot of White Lightning and was very confused. And he was about 2 miles out from the campsite. And he
was he a detective? Was he part of our group or not?
No. All I know is he put his hands on the bonnet and said something like, "I want you." And I have got evidence. Eagle-eyed DJ, he's talking about ditches. Yes, that man was creepy. He was very strange.
Sounds it.
I would have lumped him one, but I was a little bit tired. Drunk.
Very sober. Yeah, we got some great new people coming into the marquee this year as well. The marquee, the stalls in the marquee. It's going to be a great marquee this year. Obviously, we got the big detecting guys, you guys there, and the Archmag guys. We've got Graham Dempsey coming back. We've got Roman Remains coming back. Treasure Hunting magazine are going to be there inside. But we've also got Treasure It coming in. James Wynn and his amazing bits and pieces. Stefan, who will be doing his knife holders. We got that. We've got Luke with his Anglo models. I don't know if you've seen Luke's fantastic models that he makes, detecting models. He's going to be in the marquee. So we've got another chap. I can't think of his name now. He sells ceramic mugs and bits and pieces. You're giggling again. You're still thinking of
I'm giggling in the chat. Sorry, Gary. Eagle-eyed DJs put, Adrian, remember that cab driver? Even funnier. We've eventually got a cab, and I pretended that we'd spent the evening with Kylie Minogue and Jason Donovan, and I think Gloria Estefan, and I was talking about how I'd just flown over from California and I had jet lag, and the cab driver believed me. Sorry. Very random conversation in the taxi. And
Keith Ellis, he said, I ever heard of a Mason detecting talk about the history coming back to life and being lost about Masonic finds. I've given talks on detecting, yes, but I've not heard of a full on, and it would be interesting. In fact, I'd be interested personally in putting together some sort of book regarding Masonic finds and Templar finds from metal detecting. Gary's could be in it.
Yeah, well, it's got. I don't know. As I say, you know, that's the great thing about this hobby, isn't it? We don't really know what we've found. We can speculate, and we can, you know, we can have theories, but we never really know how it got into that field, and you know, and everything else. And that's the beauty of it, isn't it? It's like Adrian said earlier about the research and the excitement of trying to find out who Ranulph was, what he was doing in Wiltshire nearly 800 years ago, and how his silver seal happened to drop and be there when, you know, and it's everybody's best guess, really, isn't it? Let's be honest.
And then it sits in the British Museum for 30 years, and then suddenly someone does some research and finds out it's a re-engineered Monopoly piece from 1987.
Yeah, so or as some people have said, a medieval guitar plectrum.
Yeah. You just don't know, but it makes us all happy.
If Tony Kaywood is still in the chat, Tony, firstly, West Ham lost. Secondly, could you let us know if and when the draw for the Rutus 8-Trex is taking place on your channel? Obviously, happened. Is it already happened?
I think it's happened.
Would you be able to let us know the winner if that's the case? Secondly, if I share the screen, my good friend Mr. Shane Holdcroft, the Staffordshire Searcher, currently has 426 subscribers on his YouTube channel. Now, Shane's running a competition when it gets to 500. The prizes being, the first prize is a Minelab pinpointer. The second prize is a shovel. I think it's a Nocta Macro one. Stainless steel. Third prize, a Preserve It wax refill pack and a composite cleaning pencil. And the fourth and fifth prize, he's got some Garrett Fine boxes and some Arc MD Mag patches to give away. So get yourself over to the Staffordshire Searchers, my lab 35, Staffordshire Searcher YouTube channel. It's a Nocta. It's a Nocta shovel. Get yourself over to the Staffordshire Searcher, subscribe, watch his videos because they are great. Fair play. He's very informative and he's doing great on there. And then in a couple of weeks' time, when he eats 500, we're going to be doing the draw for his competition live on the show. He's asked us who will run that for him in the normal spin the coil manner. Staffordshire Searcher, get over there and subscribe for 500. Right, chaps. Sorry.
I forgot.
Tony Kaywood. Hang on. Sorry, Gary. Tony Kaywood has drawn it, and the winner was Kevin Flint, but he hasn't come forward. So I don't know if there's a time delay on that.
Wasn't he the lead singer of The Prodigy?
No, that's Keith.
That's Keith.
He's just down the road from me. And I'd also like to quickly say,
God rest his soul.
Mark, who I won't say surname, Mark, who just entered our competition on the website to win the legend. If you're watching, you didn't listen to me. You've selected the wrong answer. This is what I keep saying. So if anyone wants to win a legend, go on our website, bigdetective.arcmdmag.com, read the information, and then go onto the Big Detecting Show and enter. A lot of people have got it wrong. I'm amazed because we're quite geeky in this hobby. And also a quick thank you to Gareth Howard for thanking me, because he's got his new Treasure Hunting magazine and he's over the moon with it, and all the pages are stuck together because he's so excited about reading it. Sorry.
We've also got
what is the matter with this show? Sheets and sticking pages together. It's disgusting.
Well,
you missed Girth and Shaft as well. Facebook user
penetration.
We don't know who the Facebook user is, but it's their first time tuning in tonight, and they bloody loved it. Thank you very much. That means a lot. No idea who you are, though, because it just says Facebook user. Thank you,
Lisa.
Mrs. Gaylor.
It's Lisa. It's
Thank you,
Lisa.
Lisa. Thank you, Lisa.
No, I forgot. I had one more thing exclusive to give you about the Rodney Cook, and it went out of my head. Forgot all about it. And it's quite a good one as well. We have one more one-day event to announce.
Fantastic.
Yay. It's a fantastic area. It's an amazing area. You're going to love it.
Oh, Tony K. Sorry, you crack on. Tony K was just reminding me of something. Go on, carry on between yourselves.
I thought you were getting excited about my announcement then, Dave.
No, honestly, I'm even more excited. You'll see in a moment how excited I am. Go on. Sorry, talk amongst yourselves.
No, so September. I haven't got a calendar in front of me, so Adrian might have to help me out here. You do. You're gonna have to put it up on the ticket sales. I think it's the week after Detectorcon weekend, so it's going to be Sunday the 18th. Is that right?
Something like that, yeah.
Is it Sunday the 17th? Sunday the 18th. What is it? Is that right? I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, it's going to be that weekend. It's going to be on the Sunday. It's 200 odd acres of fantastic, beautiful detecting land. Oh dear, it's marvelous. Dave's pulled out of the bag on this one. He really has.
You're welcome.
And so it's going to be open to about 250 people. And again, the money will be going split between the Farmers Charity like last year and the RCM charity.
Fantastic.
And more details will be announced very soon. Adrian will be very busy in creating it on the ticket sales page.
And then Adrian can tell everybody then when when the tickets are released as well.
And I can bag a couple of hundred of them, Dave, and we can knock them out on eBay like we did the last lot of Rodney Cook. A few quid. Yeah,
well, we did give 20% back into the cause, so yeah. Listen, I've got to butt in and show this video. Tony Gaywood sent me a video. It's a bit of an outtake from his latest one. You won't see this anywhere else. This is a great video.
Morning all, TC Tech's back out again. We are on some pasture. I'm going to try a field that I've not hit particularly before. I think I've crossed it twice. So we're going to give that sort of concentrate on it today. I'm out with the Atrex in the new version of multi-frequency. So this is the different to the one I had in my very first multi-frequency video. So by the time you're seeing this, should be a video up and the multi-frequency should be available on the Rootus website, all being well. Just a shout out to Rootus and everyone currently affected by what's going on in the Ukraine. I know Rootus as a Polish company, as a country,
rewind it.
Refugees in as well. So I'm sending thoughts and prayers, as I'm sure the detecting.
We'll just do that. I love you, TC.
Oh dear.
God,
that reminds me of when Steve was trying to get over it.
Oh, stop. Do you know what? Metal Detecting has loads of great videos on historical finds and metal detectors, technology, new machines, old machines, everything. And there's not enough humour in it. There's not enough humour in it like that. The outtakes are detecting. And we all have incidents in the field. I have loads. Badgers attacking me, falling in holes, falling in ditches. My mate James, he's like a catastrophe. His shaft breaks, his coil lugs. I won't say what.
There's another one, Dave.
His hand piece thing breaks, and there's loads of stuff, and we should start. Someone should set up a channel. I thought
If
about it.
Thing is,
anybody,
you never have your camera rolling when the funny stuff happens, though,
I
do you?
think
That's
people
the
do,
thing.
but it's like digital photos, isn't it? As soon as you get a bad one, you delete it. So
if
like,
anybody else has any outtakes, send them on over, because
yes,
that makes
outtakes.
that
an
cheers
outtake
everybody
show.
up.
and
Outtake show
we'll
would be
give
great.
stuff away. We'll give.
I wish I'd been recording my mate Steve Murty one time when we were wanting to go across from one field to the other, and rather than walk up 100 yards to go through the gate, he decided that he was going to hop over a barbed wire fence. And what he didn't realise was the drop on the other side of the barbed wire fence was quite steep. So he got himself into a position where he was on top of the barbed wire fence. So if you can imagine, it was a 2-layer barbed wire fence. We had one leg on the top, one leg on the underneath. And then when he got to the point of no return, he realised it was almost a sheer drop on the other side. And I was watching him. I'm walking parallel with him, and he started wobbling on the top. He was shaking. So, of course, he was wobbling like crazy, balancing on the top of this barbed wire fence. So he had two choices. He was either going to go that way or that way. And it got to the point where he almost went that way, and his legs went got straddled on either side of the barbed wire fence. So he decided he was going to save himself and jump that way, straight down a sheer drop down this embankment. And
Gary,
I was killing myself. And
Gary,
God, I videoed it.
We do need, like Gareth Howard said, we need a You've Been Framed sort of equivalent. And remember when you were on Radio 2, Gary, a few months ago?
Yeah.
Doing a talk about Rodney Cook and stuff. Just after that, I sat in the field because it was a year or 2 years since my dad died, and I had a can of beer and I was in the field. It's like 1 o'clock in the afternoon, listening to it on the radio, and I thought, yeah, lovely. And I walked across a ditch, which I thought was a foot deep, but it was 8 foot deep with brambles, and fell first in it. But I couldn't get out. And I thought, if anyone's watching this, or I had a GoPro, you'd think, I thought, I don't want to die here, because I would have been there for like at least a week or two. Yeah, I think we should.
First time I went out with Shane. I get to, the story, Adrian. I get to this river and I thought, I'll jump across that. So I threw my detector over to the other side, threw my spade over, and jumped on what I thought was a little island. It was actually erosion, and I fell in the river. He didn't have that on tape. And then I was stepping over and let the fence, didn't realise it was electrocuted my scrotum sack. This week when we went out, I'm getting over a bloody stile, and I'm like, there's a massive puddle. And he gets there and he's videoing it ready for me to fall in. And I didn't fall in. I was quite upset with the fact that I stayed dry. But I've done falling in a river and electrocution of the bollocks.
I remember another one. We were on a rally in Yeovil, and we'd gone into, it had been probably the worst weather you could ever imagine. We put up the tent in a gale, and I mean serious high wind gale. Everything was blowing away. The rain was lashing down all day. We were soaking wet. We'd gone into Yeovil for a bite to eat to try and get a bit of warmth in a warm meal inside of us. And we were stomping back to the campsite, and everything was pitch black. And we were just following some sounds from the campsite and looking for the odd light from people's tents to know where we were going. And there's 4 of us, and we were just chatting and just talking, and all of a sudden, what we said, Paul, and he disappeared. Where's Paul gone? And we could hear all this rumbling and harumphing and quite a lot of swearing. We got to the entrance to the gate of where we were going in, and one of the security guys who was there, and he goes, I think you've got man down. We have a man down. Paul fell into this huge, and I mean huge, pile of just wet, soggy mud, and he looked like a black and white minstrel. He was covered from am I allowed to say
Gary, you can't say that.
I knew it.
I
knew you should have brought him on. I knew.
Every time it's something. Every time.
We all watched the Black and White Minstrel Show in the 70s, didn't we?
No.
Mum and Dad watched it.
I wasn't even alive. Me and Adrian weren't alive in the 70s.
And I block it out of my memory. I bet you've got Jim Davidson coming on at Rodney Cook as a comedian, haven't you? That's where his name is. Oh, Gary, can't take it.
Well, listen, I'm going to have to stop the conversation now. We're 10 minutes past our running time. I need to go to bed because I'm up for work soon. Gary, thanks for coming on. And to Scotty Bea and Andy.
Always a pleasure, guys. Always a pleasure.
And next week, guests are already sorted. I just can't remember who it is because I haven't got it written down next to me. But yes, yes, I think I know who's on, but I can't remember.
We've managed to get through sheath penetration, shaft. What else have we managed to get? Yeah. What else have we managed to say tonight?
Oh, can we show TC at the end?
Inevitably, I was going to play that, wasn't I? 7 times. Right, everybody.
A bit low tonight.
There was one more person. Dave Parnham has watched the show for the first time tonight and loves it. Well done to us. Dave, come back every week. We're here every week from 8 p.m. on a Thursday night.
I'm here all week.
Guests from around the world, metal detecting, archaeology, mudlarking, magnet fishing, you name it, we have it. And we will see you all same time, same place.
Don't forget the outtakes. We've got to have outtakes.
Send the outtakes. Good night, everyone.
Funny.
Thanks,
good night, Gary. Cheers.
See you later. I'll be in touch Age with the dates. Cheers. You're going to giggle all night, you are.